Welcome to Island Tea with your faves. Keep it locked in with us for your daily dose of hot tea only on Win Media 98.9.
Good morning, guys. Welcome to Island Tea right here on Win Media SKN with your faves, Kevin and Azem featuring Jade, Gwenny Gwen, Idita, CPL Matter Stewart, Jane Johnson.
Jane? Oh.
You know how to call you Jane.
Yeah.
But guys, it is Monday. It's the start of a new week, and we are live right here in Win FM Studios.
Indeed.
You know, wiping the yampy out your eye,
Barely awake.
giving you some tea
Yeah.
in the morning.
All the tea from this weekend, boy. Hot tea. What a weekend it has been.
As in the words of a very good friend of mine, what are we doing up these Jumbie hours here?
Bye. Listen. How was your weekend, Azem? Your weekend was probably more.
No, man. Yeah, we should start with yours. What went on with your weekend?
That's why I say yours was very Not a thing. I literally stayed home from Friday to Sunday.
Yo.
Until I did nothing.
But you had company. You had company.
You can't call me son company.
That's company. Ish. Companionship.
The man is a resident in my household.
Yeah.
What company that?
That's company.
Okay, I had company. Both my roommate and my son was at home where they live.
Oh boy.
Company.
Well, big them up, big both of them up for
Yeah,
keeping
man.
you company.
Well, one of them
weekend.
listening. One of them probably play with blocks.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, a shovel or something.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. But and how's your mental health? You good? Like, do we need to discuss anything?
Somebody say I'm home every week. Yes, because I'm outside wilding out and I'm not leaving my house.
It's safer there, you know.
Yes.
It's safer
to
it's
deal with
safer,
our
it's
nonsense.
safer inside. It's safer inside. But yeah, how are you? I was asking, how is your mental health? How is your
Me today?
Yeah.
I mean, you know. You know.
We're talking twos. We're talking twos.
I think good. I'm just sleep deprived as usual, but I don't think that affects my mental health.
Guys, I have been telling Jade, and this is a lesson for myself as well. This is what I tell myself. You spend a few years in discomfort so that you're able to live comfortably for the rest of your life.
I hate it.
When you're young, struggle hard. Struggle. Deprive yourself. What has happened is, you know what happened? Popular culture has it backwards. So they would tell you, oh, you're young. And when people say young, I mean party up, live up, like basically.
We young, but we ain't on energy to party. As in by 10 o'clock, we sleep, you know.
Jade,
By 10 o'clock, I went to go.
Jade,
I went to go to bed.
I have been saying this for years, and people will actually like
No, we
extremely-
just catching up. Remember, you're older than
yeah.
all of us, you know, by points.
No, but Jade, I've been saying this since I'm 16. Like
Oh,
I've been saying, like, guys, it's 11 o'clock. Why y'all want to leave now?
bye. We culture terrible, you know.
They want go. They want
We
like.
want to leave the house at midnight.
You'll be there waiting. You'll be there waiting for them to say yeah movements, and then they just send the message movements, and I see it in the morning when I wake up.
Yeah, man.
And then when I message back and be like, what was? They said, but it was only 11:30. I said, what? I supposed to be sleeping them time.
I'm telling you.
I supposed to be sleeping them time. Sorry.
Aye, listen.
That's one of the reasons I stopped working with some of the local bands. You know,
Because they want to be last.
I couldn't deal with
They
the.
want to be at 4 o'clock in the morning.
And Jade, like, I'm not going there from like, they're gonna say the dance start 10, right? So me ain't going there from 10.
No.
So sometimes, and this is what happened. Then say they're going on 3 o'clock. You're going on 3 o'clock. So what time I gotta leave my house? Like 2:15, which mean I gotta wake up like 1:30. And
I don't
then
know how I used to do it. You know?
no, but here the joke, Jade. You reach there. Of course, the show running behind. So the band,
Well,
the band,
duh.
the band going on 4 o'clock. if you're
That's
lucky.
That's still a thing.
No, not lately. Not
You
lately.
coming back though?
Hey, big up
Is
Dan
it-
Williams on the live.
Oh.
He's also a very accomplished sportscaster. I see a sports show come back. So it's a big up yourself, Mr. Fleming.
We should speak to him about sports.
Oh, that'd be
We
cool.
like sports here. Well, Kittians love sports, so you know.
For sure.
As I'm about to pass out, I'm going to you.
Don't do it though.
I need sleep. I can't even take a midday nap to the bar.
It is what it is, Jade. Struggle now. So you could live
I
a
don't
life of
like it.
luxury.
I don't like it.
Jade, I want to see you successful.
I will be, but I mean, I have to lack sleep. To do
Yes.
it. This is ridiculous. Who
This-
made these rules,
It is
man?
what it is, Jade. It is what it is. But like I was saying, a lot of times we convince ourselves that you're young, so you're supposed to buy all the freshest clothes and like always got like a fresh outfit and hottest like and be at every fete and everything.
I went to my outfit 5 times because I bought it with my money.
Jade, all you gotta do is change your ear. Nobody doesn't. Well, let me not say nobody. 'Cause I got some fasting people who just study things that ain't none of their
I make
business.
it with the people.
But I like me, I have no idea what nobody to be wearing. I have no idea, Jade. I don't know how people just keep up.
And I just wear black, so y'all can't clap the black clothes.
It's true. It's
You
true.
not
Yeah,
like black?
yeah, that's true.
But how are you, friend? How was your weekend like? I heard y'all had a big thing happening up the village.
But yeah, Jade, I can tell you something. Yesterday was the opening of the Pentecostal Church of God's new building
Vibes.
up at Boone Street. That's literally opposite the Cotton Thomas what do they call it? It's comprehensive school. That's what they call
I
it.
think so.
I know the Cotton Thomas part, but I don't remember if it's
Yeah.
somebody on the live can tell us.
You remember what I used to call that school before? Yeah, I was out of order bad, you know? Not really.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think I think this is my thing too, and this
I
is.
think it's the connotation that goes along with the words that I was using.
But it don't change, Jade. Like that's the problem I have. The problem is like I think we just be sometimes overly sensitive. Like there's nothing wrong with the word special, but apparently there is something wrong with the word special now. So you gotta do something else. And the thing about it was special was the word that took over from the word that was there before, yeah.
The word that was there before was terrible. That one was a little rough.
But that's what I'm saying. But that word took over from the one that was a little rough before then.
Well, I think that one still exists. I just think the school just got a new name.
Yeah. But
yeah, we digress as usual.
the Cotton Thomas school. And we need to talk about that too. But
I don't know what the hell that is.
the big concept down in
That's what you were
Banky
talking
Banks.
about last week.
Yeah, Banky
Oh,
Banks
yeah,
puts
yeah,
on.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, but this weekend, I couldn't go to Anguilla for Moon Splash because I had a big event.
Hello?
I
You
had a
was
big-
gonna be allowed back in your house, you know?
You know, come on, Jade, come on.
If you feel like Mr. Bailey and Mrs. Bailey was gonna lay her back in the
Nope.
house, if you travel to go Moon Splash when they got things for you to do,
But yeah, it was a long journey that you know, saw another milestone this past weekend.
Love it.
With the opening of the building. It was attended by people from all walks of life.
So you
I
had
sat
a
there.
packed house.
Oh yeah. As- in, the,
y'all
word- in, the,
collect
in, the,
collections?
in the word, yeah, there was a collection collected.
That's vibes.
But I think that apart from the fact that I'm very proud of, what the church would have been able to achieve, like just. I remember sitting last night and just looking at everything that was happening. I mean, amongst the running around trying to make sure everything was going well,
You know, the usual.
the usual.
And the fact that child could do these things, I sure that's happy. They had to hire nobody and my son to sleep in this house and I just feed them.
But the
He
thing,
better come home.
yeah, but the thing is about it though. I mean, I believe that I did very little in comparison to some of the other people, man. Like, and that's what I was thinking about last night. I was thinking about, I guess because I have insight into the journey, things that would have happened, like things that would have tried to that could have possibly derailed the whole entire thing.
What
And-
rule is that going? What's that rule? Anything that can go wrong will go wrong.
Yeah. And I'm just talking about just over the years. Like, this thing been building since, like 2005 or something. Yeah. Like, yeah, Jade, it was a long journey. But for me, it was a testament to just, like, what people could do if they just, like, work together.
Yep.
Like, that was, for me, the thing that was really cemented in last night's ceremony. Like, I think the pride is more than, like, my parents and things like that, and, like, of course my granddad. This must be the umpteen church he done build. But
The man just out here building churches.
but the man does like that. No, that's
Doing
it.
the Lord's work.
No, literally that he hobby, yeah.
Building church.
Like that's
interesting hobby.
an interesting hobby, yeah.
Just
Like
building churches.
building churches. Like, boy, what I gonna do this week? I think I just build a church, yeah.
I mean, our time.
Yeah, but I mean, outside of that, I think the members of the church, too, I think was really filled with pride, and they really came out and helped to get things ready. A lot of the handiwork was done by persons in the church. A lot of the of course the cleaning, the setup, the architect for the church is a church member. My brother-in-law.
The church up there busy, boy.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It really was a testament to like what the people could achieve when they put their mind together and work in unison. It really was a beautiful thing, and a lot of people came out and supported, and it was just a really it was a really cool ceremony. They have the only thing with jamming me is they got service all week, so you know what I mean.
Well, friend,
Yeah, so coming in here.
I'm gonna pray for you.
Please.
I mean, you ain't want more prayer than what you're gonna get because you're gonna be in church every day, but still,
Yeah. See,
I'm gonna pray for you.
we had people in Anguilla listening and all. That's what was going on. Interesting. Yeah, we had people logging on from all over the world last night, and there were people who
Wait,
flew
there was
in.
a live?
Yeah.
As the man said, but
Jade, I'm gonna send. Jade, this is what we're gonna do.
but hey,
I can send it
you
over.
do what, you know?
I am. But no, Jade, because you have to see some of my handiwork.
Oh no, I have to see it, so I couldn't see it live
Like-
with everybody else. Okay.
Jade,
Vibes.
really and truly, since you wasn't doing nothing, you should have come.
How you know I wasn't doing nothing?
You
I said I was
you
home.
just.
I said, me wait no way. I mean, I wasn't doing nothing in the house.
You're right.
Eh? You got sax solo and so?
Yeah, blessed came true, but you see who that there? You see who that there? What them colors there?
I tell you, the bastard gonna bless the thing.
Watch here, Timo.
Yeah, long speech.
Okay. This is the thing. Timo was there. Of course, friend of the family. Like even he comes to the church down Saddlers from time to time. Like, yeah, he don't call me grandfather, he father. So yeah, he had to be there. But
No, they're gonna say you're affiliated, huh?
but Timo,
They get you.
but Timo, great speed by a long by.
And that's what I asked you,
We got to do a ranking. We got to do a ranking of the politicians.
Got the longest
the,
speeches?
the most long-winded politicians by. Who up there for you? I think he might actually be between Mark and Tim. I think he might be between Mark and
I
Tim.
think you might be correct. I can't remember how. Doug used to talk long?
No. I've been to several events where You know, Mr. Douglas talked, and
Lindsay too.
yeah, no, Lindsay, a short and sweet man.
But yeah,
Lindsay, a short and sweet man.
no pun intended.
Jay, you could let slide. You could let that one
See that,
slide.
friend.
You could let that one slide.
Me, I just say, you know.
But I think them today.
I hate them long speeches, you know, not even just from politicians. Like, I hate people who come to, like, any type of events like these and have long speeches. Sir, we're trying to be here all night. We'd have places to be, people to see. Wrap it up 10 minutes. Well, you
Like-
got to be listening to you for a half hour.
But this is my thing too. Like a lot of times, anything that you need to say could be said in about, I would always say, between 10 and 15 minutes.
That's my point. Where you got to listen to.
Yeah.
And nothing that's be worse than when you're at a funeral and they do this.
Oh, the funeral ones are
The
a bit rough
funeral
ones.
ones
Yeah,
is-
those
Oh my God.
funerals are a bit rough ones. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Short and sweet people.
It's two things in terms of length that you have to tailor. One, if you're a speaker and you're speaking at a function where you and the feature speaker, like if you and the feature speaker, your speech should be more than 5 to 10 minutes the max.
Exactly.
To me, 10 minutes ridiculous and all. 5 minutes. If you're not the featured speaker.
Featured
Right.
speaker now, you could get a little 50.
The other thing, the other thing that does get to me too is calypsonians.
What do you mean?
When calypsonians have to go somewhere to sing their song.
Oh, and they sing 20 variations.
They'll sing 20 verses. I'm like,
Oh, my
you do that, save that for competition, no? You can't just sing verse 1, 2, 3, and 10. You got to sing every.
With 3 choruses between each. So we got time for
You
this.
bring a calypsonian to sing at some event. The calypsonian gonna pull out this song with 26 verses. I just be like, okay.
I get also to come back here. Let me know what he done. Because
Yes, we all love this song, sir. We all love this song, but come on. This is not competition night.
as my finger, I've been editing so much this weekend and my finger hurts.
Wow. Yeah.
Literally,
You're tender?
What?
Mm-hmm.
So when I've been working, what is it, 10 years? 10 straight. So you said I holding you this to the 40.
Jade, by the time you hit 40, I am speaking it over you, Jade. I want you to claim this. I want to claim this. You will be a millionaire at 40. Okay?
Better believe it. I mean, doing all this for nothing. You know?
Then you could support me.
I mean, you know, somebody got to.
Yeah.
Might as well, didn't
Yeah, I probably ain't salt.
Salt is a strong word.
Lightly seasoned. Lightly seasoned. Okay, I'm lightly seasoned.
And salt. You know who else salt?
What?
The schools.
The schools?
What is going on this weekend? Why people burning down things? What's happening with
Jade,
it?
I don't know. I'm just loving. I'm not saying loving.
That's what you're loving.
What I'm finding very interesting is the conspiracy surrounding them.
Oh, boy, yeah. I
But
heard a couple. I was like,
I'm just like, what?
how you even?
Like we back here again. Like this ain't even like this is on Facebook. Or y'all just so accustomed to like misinformation and conspiracies that y'all just making.
You know what made me laugh this morning? Because it was so unbelievable. So, they posted wait, how much is it?
35,000
Yeah, $35,000
Dollar
reward.
for
If you have
information.
any information on this fire that happened at the school down in where was
Molyneux,
it?
Molyneux.
Molyneux? What's it called again? We got a long name, so hold on.
Joseph Obadiah.
Whew.
I don't.
Okay, let me tell you what happened in case y'all didn't know. So
Yeah.
apparently, a school down in Molyneux burnt down on Friday evening, and so police have ruled that the fire was actually a malicious
Yeah.
fire.
They said they saw several small fires were lit.
Yeah.
That led to the eventual just total destruction of the school. I think it might only be one class dying, but
Damn, that's crazy.
I think it's only one
So
class
now
dying.
all
but
these kids displaced because
I have little cousins who go to that school. And I mean, it rough on the entire families.
Yeah,
You don't know what to do with your children now, because it's like, okay, you could say go online, but
But who gonna say one with them? Parents have work. Parents
That's what I'm
can't
saying.
just not show up.
this is crazy.
So you're
yo.
putting people in a situation where they literally don't have options. But anyway, again, if you have any information, you can call 465-7227 or the crime hotline at 707. But yeah, this morning I was reading the post from the police again, and I was reading the comments. Who told me to do that?
I stay away from them things, but God.
Boy, so somebody was like, well, how did they know it wasn't an electrical fire? How they know it was malicious?
What?
Sir, in the write-up, it literally says they did an investigation and they realized that it was not electrical, it was caused by somebody. You know what this man said? They could say anything that what?
Hey, you know what? Give me the number there again and give me the name of the person commenting. I think I might have a tip.
I tell you.
I think I may have a tip.
Listen.
I may have a tip for the police.
You're looking a little funny in the light. I'm not gonna lie to you because why would you say that?
Well, who said that? Let's name him and shame him on the radio. Because
hold on.
But hey.
I don't want to lie on him.
They could say anything.
Boy,
wow, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Oh, I got to be different.
Like, I don't understand why people have to take every single thing and just make it like.
Oh, where is it? Because I need to find it.
I don't.
I tell you, that comment was like, sir, what? Why would you even say that?
I love when people just display their thoughts in the public.
They might have deleted it.
Yeah, that might have been the smartest thing to do.
Yeah, because
a friend. You see, this is what happens when you have real friends. Your friends gonna WhatsApp you and be like, hey, my boy, I realize it. Delete that, please. Delete that.
The man literally said they could say anything. He trying to imply that the police making up that is somebody do it. Like, why would the police want to get themselves more work? They don't even want. Let me do that.
I suspect it might be it's between them and the fire department. No, the thing for me, let me not understate just how sad a situation I think this is. Right?
A whole school birthday.
A school, Jade. Let me tell you something.
Not a class, eh?
I mean, the funny thing about it is, this school is pretty much almost one long building, eh? But still, all them children.
They won't have a place to go to there.
When we start thinking about the subset of society that every single person should be in total support of, top of that list should be the children.
I mean, yeah.
Top of that list should be the children. No.
Without even a second thought.
I don't understand what happens in the mind of someone when you trespass onto a school property and begin setting fire to the property. I don't know what could possibly be the motivation.
I don't know either.
I don't know what could possibly, like, I don't think you could pay me enough to go burn down a school. Listen, I'm saying, like, a school, listen, you know.
Never been on my bucket list, never been on my thoughts. Like, I live next to a school and I never once thought of burning it down. Never ever.
Jade, it is very unfortunate, and to be honest, it angers me. It really angers me.
It should, because now you have children that don't have a place to go to there. You have teachers that don't have a place to go to there. The amount of possessions that were probably at that school,
Jade,
that just gone.
History is gone, right? There's history. Watch here. Let me tell you something. It is. And that is why I was glad when I see people was all commenting on the 35,000. And to me, I said, but there is no figure. There's no figure that would be ridiculous to me to bring justice to the situation. Mm-hmm. You understand where I'm coming from? Like, these are the kind of things. Like, I tell her we need to start this thing. We need to start exiling people.
Like, whoever burn down the school, exile them. Where's that to send them? Booby?
I mean, where they go?
Send them by the goats.
Ask them where they want to go. We just ain't want them here. Don't come back.
Ever.
We just ain't want them here. Just exile them. Don't ever come back. You don't, like, when they reach where they be, you have an escort. So when you jump off the plane, you take back the passport and rip it up. And then we just happen to burn the birth certificate after that.
Well, they could get an copy, remember that anyway.
Yeah.
Remember that on paper. So ain't like we could.
Yeah. And then yes.
Make a cross them out in the book.
I don't know. Well, at all we know, they can't come back up RLB. They can't come in down the pier. They can't, not even on a cruise ship, they could come here.
you are no longer welcome in this
Yeah,
country.
man, exile them people there, man.
Oh yeah, and then the I don't know if this one was malicious as well, but you saw that the both at Kim Collins.
Both at the Kim Collins Stadium, yeah. burned
Listen,
as well.
Sparky, relax. Whoever out here is starting all these fires, let's cut it out now.
Yeah, I'm waiting to hear what happened with that too. I don't want to jump to any conclusions.
I don't know
But
about
if
that
this
one
is and I don't know if you all remember, but some years ago there was a situation where there was just all kind of fires lighting after it. This ain't the first time we've seen this.
Mm-hmm.
But,
No. Well, we'll take one quick call and then we'll jump into the break because we have to go to traffic talk with our friend from the traffic department.
Hey, caller, you have just a quick minute. Good morning. What's up?
Hello, good morning, my island children. Them have you all.
We're doing
yeah,
fine.
that is my school, and that is where I went to school. And I'm so mad. I didn't even want to say nothing Saturday, because I get so mad. And then they went at the school now up there by the square there again. Convent school last night. Yeah, and they touch up Kim Collins to Saturday. I don't know if they don't stop it. I go down in a school can't take you all where children got to go. They ain't consider well people have to go to work, the children have to go to school. Who's gonna mind them? Them ignorance and hard head Harry and all kind of things, craziness. I don't know, I'm gonna take it out somewhere, go down this water, go Charlotte a stone in this like, somebody pass and one where the person got mad. We got to take him up to the hospital or to the crazy house.
Okay. All right, thank you so much.
Yes.
But yeah, guys, we're gonna take a short break and be right back with more Island Tea right here on With Media SKN. When we get back, we're going straight into traffic talk. So stay tuned, stay locked.
Protect your lifestyle with Caribbean Alliance Insurance. Dealing well with a low reputation and service for second to none. Securing you is our mission. People that you can trust, your business, property, we got you covered. Motor or personal, whatever it is, we got you covered. 130 years in this business, we got you covered. For all your insurance needs, visit or call us at 465-2631 or 469-5303. Dealey Walwyn, people you can trust.
Be careful on the road. Don't make it an episode. Attention all drivers. I'm begging you to slow it down, slow it down, slow it down, down. Too many stunt drivers on the road, man. With the fire day, driver, what's your emergency? It's better late than never. So why all the hurry? Speeding is the main cause of plenty mishaps. The road is now a racetrack, threatening life and property, and all the result of that led to death and injury. Inconsiderate driving, this nonsense need to stop. Stop. I'm making it my business to alert all motorists, especially those who love to break traffic laws. I have seen what speed can do. Here I am to your rescue to help you to live. Just take this advice I give. I warn all drivers to take care of your passengers. Be careful on the road. Don't make it an episode.
Good morning, guys, and welcome back right here on Win Media SKN. And it's time for traffic talk with our friends from the traffic department. Good morning, guys, and how are you guys doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
All right, awesome. I see, Sergeant, that you have, some friends that came in again to join you right here in the studios at Win FM. So tell us what's on the agenda for today and who you have joining us this morning.
Okay, this morning I have Mr. Cross and Mr. Pemberton from the Public Works Department. We are here this morning to talk about the new traffic lights that will be commissioned tomorrow, which is the 22nd
That's
of
tomorrow? Come quick,
the
man.
22nd of March. That's sometime in the afternoon. So we're here this morning to talk about the new traffic lights. And an engineer study of the traffic condition, traffic volume and pedestrian activity was conducted at the major intersection in Bastille. The analyst of the data collected had led to the installation of traffic light signal at the following intersection. And these intersections are Keon Street and College Street. We have Bay Road and College Street. We have Port Zante West and Port Zante East. We have Sandon Road and the Bay Road. We have Wellington Road and Leonard Dickinson Road. For most of the motorists, you might see a lot of yellow lines. And the reason for these yellow lines, because if we do not put these and people park their vehicle, we will impede traffic, and we won't have a smooth flow of traffic. So that's why we have to put these lines that we can eliminate parking in these areas. So this morning, Mr. Cross and Mr. Pemberton will educate the public of these roads and these signals that are in place.
Thank you very much, Sergeant Henry. It's a pleasure to be here this morning to communicate with you, our listeners and viewers out there. We value your continued support of the Public Works Department, even as we're about to commission these traffic lights. As Sergeant Henry would have correctly said, a traffic study would have been commissioned and analysis would have been done, and as a result of that analysis, then these traffic signals would have been in place. Please understand that, as the sergeant would have indicated, that there would be some traffic parking restrictions. We are appealing to the general public to start planning your routes. So before you leave point A to go to point B, it's important that you plan your routes, because there will be some changes in the flow of traffic, in the turning and so on. So please plan your routes so that you will know exactly how you are going to get where you want to go. Just to indicate that we would have looked at a number of areas that are possible alternative parking for persons who will lose the parking spaces that have been taken up as a result of the commissioning of the traffic lights tomorrow. One of the areas that we would have identified in the east would be just on the eastern side of the Newtown play field. Okay, we do have some parking there. I hear someone already saying, well, it's a little bit out of Bastille proper, but we want to let you know that there's a master plan that is just awaiting approval, and once that is approved, then you will recognize that there will be easy access into Bastille, even though you may have to park on the outskirts. We also identified the Greenlands Park area as another area on the west that is a possible area for parking. And of course, there is parking on Port Zante. You may just have to pay a little $5 to go over there. But again, we're saying to persons, if you absolutely do not have to drive in Bastille itself, have someone drop you off and pick you back up, make your commute within Bastille that much easier. The traffic lights, the intention is to create a freer flow of traffic within the Bastille area. And I'm sure that all of us will be better off as a result of the commissioning of these lights tomorrow. Mr. Cross, who is here with us, he is from the Synergy Engineering, and he is instrumental in the programming, commissioning of the lights, and so he will give us an idea of just how important traffic lights are at this time.
Thank you, Mr. Pemberton. Pleasure to be here again. Morning again to the sergeant.
Good morning.
Yes. All right. Just to take it through stages before a decision is made to install traffic lights. There are warrants that has to be met before you go about to install the traffic lights. And to get up these warrants, you would also definitely need to do a traffic count. And you have 6 warrants, 7, but mostly 6, but additional 7 based on traffic accident. But the general warrants are the volume, peak hour, off peak. You analyze the pedestrian crossing if you have a lot of pedestrian using the particular junction. We have coordination factor, meaning if you have 2 close areas where it seems to be congestion traffic, you would think to maybe install a traffic signal, tie in one controller so you get a better control of the 2 closest spaced junctions. That said previously, due to accidents, if you have an area that is frequented by accidents, then you might think of applying one of those warrants for the installation of traffic signals. If one or both warrants are met, normally it is advised to install a traffic signal. Now, the main purpose of a traffic signal, other than meeting the warrants, is for efficient and a safe junction. So when you install a traffic signal, the priority is when you install it, it is a more efficient and a safe junction. Now, with traffic lights, you're able to do more controls because you can apply this green time to one particular approach versus another. So it's more control over a stop sign or a roundabout. And it's more pedestrian friendly. Now, we have done the studies, as Mr. Pembina has seen, for the installation of a signal in Basseterre and Sierre, where one or 2 of these warrants were made. Now, for these installation of the traffic signals, there might be a few restrictions in terms of the no right turn. And the reason being is the impact of not having a turning lane to turn right hamper the efficiency of the junction. So most of our junctions that we're commissioning does not have a right turn bay. One that does is the Bay Road, College Street. So you would have to impose restrictions on those to allow a more free and efficient traffic signal operation. We have in St. Kitts, you'd have been familiar with 3 intersections. The one at Kean and Fort, Kean and Wellington, Bay Road and Fort. So you'll have a feel of how to utilize the intersection, where if you're on green, you still have to make sure there's no pedestrian or any other impact there. So while the green says you are to go, it's your obligation to still make sure that all is clear for you to go. Where you have some persons on the green and there's no way to go, especially in the evening peak, you don't need to proceed to block the junction. You can maybe wait until the following cycle to get your green to make your way out, because you're seeing we're in the evening peak. Sometimes by Wellington and Pond Road, you have blocking sometimes during the evening peaks. So as I said, we are already familiar with signals from the previous projects. They are up and working efficiently. So it's for these additional ones, it would be easy for you to adapt to these.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Cross. We would like to also inform you that in the College Street area, the buses for the St. Peter's area, they will be relocated further up College Street Gut. So we're asking the general public, especially those who are commuting between St. Peter's and Basseterre, to please bear this in mind, that the buses will go just a little further up College Street Gut, so you can still take the bus from there, but you will not be as close to the junction.
Hey guys, thanks so much for the information. We actually have some persons on the live who are asking a few questions.
So the first one is, please ask them to please ask them to repeat the turn limitations at the Sands.
I guess that's Port Zante. That would be Port Zante East.
Okay. Thank you very much for that question. Please note that when you are, as a matter of fact, at Port Zante West and Port Zante East, the idea behind the traffic lights was to push the traffic away from the center of Basseterre. So at Port Zante West, the idea was for you, when you exit Port Zante, you were to go towards the Cenotaph. Okay?
Take a left turn.
So that's a left turn. At Port Zante East, the idea is that when you exit Port Zante, then you make your way towards the Bird Rock intersection. So that would be right. Okay? So please note that at Port Zante East, that there will be no left turn when you are exiting Port Zante. You will only be allowed to go right. That is, make your way up the Bay Road and find your way from there. So those are the restrictions in that area.
So the other question is, would traffic be still allowed to turn right onto Church Street when driving east?
Okay, thank you for that question. If you're coming from the cemetery area and you're coming across Keon Street, you'll recognize that if you turn into Church Street, you'll be turning across traffic. That will create a conflict, and we are trying to minimize or eliminate those conflicts. So please note, as I said earlier, it is very important that you plan your routes so that you know where you're leaving from, where you want to end up, and so you plan your route, know where you can turn and where you cannot turn. It's a similar situation on West Independence Square Street. You cannot make a right turn there because of the signalization of the traffic lights. So the same thing will apply when we commission the lights at Keon and College Street.
All right, guys, we actually have some persons trying to get in on the phone lines. Let's see if we get one of these calls. Good morning, caller. You're live on Traffic Talk.
Yes, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
There's a quick suggestion, probably more to Mr. Pemberton from Public Works. In the area of Church Street, the intersection of Church Street and Keon Street, y'all put a yellow line across there by the Anglican Church, correct? Now, a suggestion that y'all could look into is ramping the sidewalk right in front of the gate of the Anglican Church. Because I foresee when there's a funeral there, the hearse will ignore the yellow line and still park there. If you ramp the sidewalk right in front of the gate, probably put 45-degree angles as well in the ramp at the gate so that the hearse could back into the churchyard. I know they can fit. I've seen them backing before, but the problem is the bump for the curb and the little bump there by the gate as well. Trucks and other delivery vehicles just back right into there. So instead of having the hearse blocking the road, when we have, especially in the afternoons, when everybody's trying to get home, when there's a funeral, just have them back, reverse into the yard of the church or the driveway of the church or whatever you want to call it, right to the step, and they'll take the coffin right out and go into the church, and that would take the blockage off of the road. And when they're ready to exit, you have the funeral director there could let out the hearse and then they proceed to the cemetery. Okay, so I don't know if you guys could discuss with the church and see if y'all could get that done as soon as possible. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you very, very much for that suggestion. I've taken note. Okay, additionally, we want persons to know that there will be drop-off times similar to what we would have done in the first set of lights, where there will be specific times that will be placed on the signs that indicate when you can drop off. So please, we are appealing to persons who do deliveries, please to adhere to these drop-off times, because in doing so, you will be helping for the more efficient operation of the traffic lights. So please, when these are erected, please adhere to them. All right, we don't want Sergeant Henry to have to come around and issue any tickets. So we are asking you please to cooperate with the authorities and let us all have a more efficient operating of the traffic within the Bastille area.
Of course. And we actually have another call on the line. Caller, good morning. You're live on Traffic Talk.
Yeah, good morning to everyone there.
Good morning.
I have 2 questions. Quickly. Have there any CCTV cameras being mounted on the traffic lights yet? That is one. And number 2, you all talk about parking space would be available or like Greenland's Park. Now, have you all think about any security for Greenland's Park, seeing that it is kind of far from the center of Bastille? Because while it is there to accommodate people, safety, to park the car from off the road, then there would be people who decide to break the law and want to go up there to interfere with people's vehicle. So I think up there would need what you call 24-hour, round-the-clock safety to protect those people's vehicle. Those are the 2 questions. Thanks for listening.
Okay, I will take the first one and I would let Sergeant take the second question. In terms of CCTV cameras on the traffic lights, we do have that capability, and it is something that we are actively looking at. We do recognize that from time to time there are some persons who would take a chance and run the traffic lights. Please note that that is something that we're actively looking at, so that when you run the lights, the possibility exists that we can just take a picture of your number plate. Sergeant Henry will get that information, and she will enforce the law from there. So we do have that capability, and it's something that we are actively looking at.
Okay, caller, thanks for that suggestion that you just have made. And we're looking into that. I can't say we have that in place, but it's something important to look at. So we look into it because we don't want nobody to break in nobody's vehicle. We're trying to eliminate as much crime as possible. So we'll look into that and we'll put that in place, sir.
All right, we have another call on the line. Good morning, caller. You're live on Traffic Talk. Oh, we lost that one, but we have someone else trying to get in. Good morning, caller. You're live on Traffic Talk.
Greetings, Island here. All right, Traffic Talk. Greetings to your guests in studio. Now, concerning the Monkey Hill bus stop, we're going to leave from lower, go upward. We observe nastiness going on by the bus stop. People just litter, them come, then them leave everything, anything. So, we have said that there needs to be a synergy with ministries, with the city here, with the new location, because the nastiness going to continue. So either uno set garbage bins, or uno just know what uno dealing with the people them gathering to catch the bus, because they're going to carry the nastiness up the same way. So look into that, please. Blessed love.
Okay, thank you very much for that suggestion, caller.
Okay, as we have fines also for persons who run the red light, we also have fines for pedestrians who do not cross on the crosswalk. And this fine can be up to $500. So I'm imploring the pedestrian to cross the road in the vicinity of the traffic light only on these pedestrian crossing and only when the given signal to cross. Failure by a pedestrian to cross on the crosswalk, or only when signal to cross, can result in bodily injury from vehicles. So I'm asking pedestrians to cross on the walk. Do not cross away from the traffic light crosswalk, please.
We have another call on the line. Good morning, caller. You're live on Traffic Talk.
Firstly, I very strongly disagree with Mr. Pemberton, the notion that we should give up Greenland Park.
Same as though we might have lost that caller.
Okay, I hope that the caller will try and get back in.
Yeah.
Okay, I would just like to thank those of you who are listening and those of you who would have called in, who would have posted your question. I do hope that we were able to answer your questions. We have taken note of the suggestions that would have come in, and please be assured that these suggestions will be given due consideration. I want to appeal and let the public know that our country is actually developing. We are not operating in silos. We are trying our endeavor best to work as a unit. There are different departments of government. But when we come together, we are hoping that the development for our country will make our country even a stronger and better place to operate. And some of our partners, for example, we have the police department who we partner with. We have the physical planning, where they are urban planners, and so we have the utility companies. We collaborate with them. You would have seen some of that happening on Bank Street that we just would have resurfaced. And so we are trying to partner with all of the different ministries in government, and in the end, we are hoping to serve the people of St. Kitts and Nevis much more efficiently. Thank you very much.
All right, guys. Well, it's been amazing having you guys in and talking to us a bit about the traffic situation. We all look forward to a smooth commissioning of the lights tomorrow. So, guys listening, bear in mind, be aware, remind your friends, fellow road users, and everybody kind of look out for each other as well. Everybody just kind of recognize that this is not, the lights aren't new, but we have some new intersections that will be lit. So, be on your best behavior. But we really look forward to that. Thank you guys so much. Sergeant, as usual, you coming in here and letting us know what is up with the traffic department is always welcome. And we look forward to seeing you guys again next week.
Okay,
look forward also.
All right, thank you guys so much.
Keep spreading the word first. Thank you.
Yeah, man. We're going to take a short break, guys, and be right back right here on Win Media SKN with more Island Tea. Stay locked. Stay tuned.
Be careful on the road. Don't make it an episode.
Protect your lifestyle with Caribbean Alliance Insurance. Till you walk with a local reputation and service for second to none. Securing you is our mission. People that you can trust, your business, property, we got you covered. Motor or personal, whatever it is, we got you covered. 130 years in this business, we got you covered. For all your insurance needs, visit or call us at 465-2631 or 469-5303. Dealey Walwyn, people you can trust.
Maybe it's the way the brilliant gold liquid reflects our sunshine, or how the bright blue of its label mirrors the clear Caribbean skies overhead. Maybe it's the fresh, crisp taste of this beastly cold beer on a scorching hot day. Maybe it's even the way it brings us all together. But one thing is for sure, Carib is very much a part of who we are wherever we're from in the Caribbean. Carib, it's the way we play. Drink responsibly.
Get your property properly covered today. Constructing your dream house or considering renovating your property? We will make sure your property is properly covered at Guardian General Insurance. Yes, at Guardian General Insurance, we will ensure that your property is properly covered with our private dwelling and contractors all-risk promotion. Visit or call us today and get affordable rates, premium financing arrangements from now until March 31st, 2022. We will properly cover fire, lightning, explosion, thunderbolt, bursting or overflowing of water tanks and apparatus pipes, burglary, theft or larceny, impact by road vehicle, riot, strike or malicious damage, hurricane, earthquake or volcanic eruption, flood, collapse due to subsidence of landslip, loss of rent, cost of temporary accommodation, and much more. So get your property properly covered at SL Horsford and Company Limited, local agents for Guardian General Insurance today. Special terms and conditions apply. Call today at 869-465-9355 for further details.
Good morning, guys, and welcome back to Island Tea. Right here, we made the SKN with your faves. Kevin and Azim featuring Jade, Gwen Johnson. And Jade, we're just about to jump into tea time. Now, usually when I would sing that, you would start going into the COVID-19 situation report. You realize that they're done with, right?
We have 3 cases, Azim. The report over. We just only have 3 cases. Well, 3 active cases. They never knew they're active.
Yeah.
So, COVID report over. There we go.
Yay.
Let's talk about some terrible information. Because,
Oh,
you
man.
know, that wouldn't be Ireland if we didn't have bad news. So, unfortunately, this is a follow-up to a case that we were talking about. I think it was last week. We read a missing persons report.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, it has ended in tragedy because the missing man's body has been found at Beaumont Park, Dietbe. Reports reaching our news desk indicate that a body identified as Mario Riley was found at Beaumont Park, Dietbe, on the 18th of March. Riley, a resident of Tabernacle, had been missing for 2 weeks. A source close to WinFM indicated that authorities had already identified a person of interest in Riley's disappearance. According to the missing persons notice, disseminated by the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force, the 40-year-old was last seen on March 3rd and was reported missing on March 6th. Additional reports suggested that he was last seen in Connery, according to his sister, Desiree Powell Pemberton. Riley was the late son of Reginald Thomas, also known as Calypso Reggie. Investigations into the matter are ongoing, and Win will provide more information as it becomes available. Listen, this is not how we ever want these things to play out.
First
man,
off,
that's crazy.
First off, rest in peace, and love, prayers, well wishes to the friends, family, loved ones, of the deceased. It for me is just always unfortunate when you have these types of circumstances surrounding people's transition. But I mean, I suppose some closure is good, but we would have really hoped for a different
positive outcome.
a different ending.
But they said from the article they said that they have a person of interest.
Yeah.
So this looking like somebody going to jail.
Well, I mean,
and if that is the case, I hope they get plenty years.
Well, we'll see. I mean,
we will see indeed.
Person of interest, the person ain't even a suspect. Maybe somebody who they think might have some information, maybe not necessarily. You know.
I don't know. Every time I hear person of interest, it usually is the person that did what they shouldn't do.
In St. Kitts here?
Good question. It's a good question.
I mean, I just hope that the investigation yields positive results and that there could be some sort of justice, you know, for the family and friends of the deceased.
And some swift justice, because I know things are often drawn out in St. Kitts, but you know.
Yeah. Well, we only could hope, and of course, guys, if anyone has any information that could assist the police investigation, please.
Call 707.
707.
Yeah, that's the only police number besides 911 I can remember.
No, that's a good one to know, though.
Yeah.
See something, say something. Okay.
Anonymously, and hope it is kept. Anyway.
They're working on that, Jay.
They're working on.
What is people going to possibly be talking about?
Answer and they're going to tell you. Or they stop. No, answer and they're going to tell you.
Good morning, caller. You're live on LNT. What's up?
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, I wanted to call in traffic talk. So I tell myself I'll do this now because somebody made a good suggestion. And mostly in the fact that they put in traffic lights on Church Street, Cairn Street. Now, in front of the Anglican Church, I've been saying it and discussing with a few people in the public long time that they could move the fence in, because they got a good wide space there. And the fence will go to that. The vehicles can't go up to the church, but like the horse and whatever, they could be off the road. They only have to move the fence, and maybe this is the area where public works could assist them. And one more thing is that from the time I hear them saying, the police force saying that they have somebody of interest, a person of interest, most of the time, if not all, that is the person that is charged with the offense. I follow it a bit. Okay? I know somebody they had of interest recently, and then they charge the person. Yeah, anyway, have a good day.
I appreciate it.
Well.
Yeah. I don't know possibilities for them to move the fence. I mean, anything is possible, but yeah. I mean, just the historical significance of the property.
Not moving that fence. Yeah. But good suggestion, though, I guess. Let's go to something at least a little positive. For St. Kitts and Nevis. So it says Nevis St. Kitts Squash Channel Swim returns after 2-year hiatus.
Yeah.
I know some people would be excited about that.
Yeah, back in the waters, man.
After a 2-year hiatus due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the Nevis to St. Kitts Squash Channel Swim will make a highly anticipated return later this month. On March 27th, competitive swimmers and novice participants will begin the 2.5-mile journey at Oahu Beach on Nevis, swim through the narrows between the islands before ending the swim at Cockleshell Beach on St. Kitts. Now its 20th year, the event was first conceptualized to pay homage to a friend who died after being stricken with cancer. Oh, I didn't know that. Event organizer Winston Cook noted with pride that what started as an honorific paying homage to a dear friend has since evolved into one of the island's most anticipated events. Reminiscing on the early days of the swim, he said, "We swam from Nevis to St. Kitts and there were 35 of us at the time. We then decided to do it the following year and there were 45 of us. So it went on like this. I swam the first 2, but by the third one I realized that for safety, since it was becoming an event, in addition to bean and honorific, I need to concentrate on making sure that everyone was safe and so on. So my role switched from participant organizer to just organizer. Mr. Cook said because of steady increase in the number of participants, he hasn't been able to take passings. That's nice. That's nice. I know a lot of y'all missed that.
Yeah, that's become a really big event. Persons really look forward to it. I know persons who come from different islands and would come in to participate. So it just, I think this is just a signal that things are, returning to, I don't want to say some level of normalcy, but things that weren't able to happen are now able to resume, and I think that's a movement in the right direction. Hopefully this goes off without a hitch. Everyone is safe.
Yeah, I think listen.
Yeah, that's my
I
hope.
tip my hat to them because nothing.
Yeah, they won't swim from St. Nevis.
For what, as him?
I remember one time we went over
Is
there.
St. Kitts on fire?
No.
Is Nevis on fire?
I don't think so.
So then why do I need to?
But then again, St. Kitts on fire.
Yeah, St. Kitts technically on fire. Yeah. I just can't. I don't like deep water. I can swim enough to save me. I don't like deep water.
I think just 2.5 miles might be good in my chance. I don't know about in the sea, swimming. I might do it in a water taxi. But I remember one time we went for a church picnic and this man just decided that he got in Nevis on a surfboard.
Listen, I
don't know why they would do that. But
I've seen friends.
He went and came back with food from Nevis.
Vibes. That's a real friend.
I was like.
But I watch people do this all the time. I watch people just decide, you know what? I'm going to get some killer bees and come back. I've been back over some killer bees. Swim to Nevis.
Swim?
Well, not swim, but on
a paddleboard
or like a little dinghy makeshift thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, y'all headstrong, because not me. Not me. Would you swim from Nevis?
No.
Okay. Just asking.
No interest at all. But I know it interests a lot of people. Like I was saying, people come from all over to participate in this event. And so it's really a pleasure to really hear that it's coming back.
Right.
I know I was talking to a friend of mine about it, because one of the things that interests me too is the fact that there's a lot of children who participate as well.
Right. Those kids are
by real MVPs, by
boy, because not I.
No, better than
not I at all. But speaking of kids, there's something that we have.
I love the kids.
You know.
Yeah.
So we had a story that we did after Barbados's last election, and unfortunately, it didn't pan out how we thought it would. So it says 18-year-old Khalil will not be a senator this time. You know, I can't read the last name.
Yeah, we were discussing it here on the show. But yeah, it's not panning out. So
No.
What is happening, Jade?
So Prime Minister Mia Mottley is disheartened by the fact that 2/3 majority needed to change the constitution to allow for a teenage senator was not achieved in the upper house this week. As a direct result of this, 18-year-old Khalil will not be a senator for the next 3 years. A release from the Prime Minister's office has cleared the air on the issue, stating that the Honorable Mia Mottley has opted not to pursue her bid to have the 18-year-old appointed as a senator, in light of the clear indication by independent senators that they would not have supported the measure. At last Friday's sitting of the Senate, Leader of Government Business, Senator Lisa Cummings, adjourned debate on the constitutional motion when it became evident that the required 2/3 majority vote would not have been achieved. The bill before the chamber sought to not only enable an 18-year-old to serve in the chamber, but also to provide for the appointment of 2 senators nominated by the party, securing the second highest number of votes in the preceding election. According to the release, Prime Minister Mottley met on the 19th with Khalil and said disappointing him was one of the most difficult acts of my tenure to date as Prime Minister of Barbados. PM Mottley lamented, "It is unfortunate in the midst of a global turmoil with respect to youth in crisis, Barbados finds itself at a point where embracing young people and youthful leadership is clearly still beyond its imagination. Pressed for a comment, Khalil, who initially had said that he was humbled by the consideration, today said, well, on the 18th said, even though not having climbed the historic stairs of Parliament in my intended capacity, I am nonetheless humbled that the government would go to such lengths to create the opportunity for the voices of 18 to 20-year-olds who can vote to be heard in the ultimate chamber of decision making. Want me to continue?
No, I think we get. I think we understand what's happening. Yeah, when we discussed this, we spoke about in terms of representation, how that plays into it. If you're able to vote, then perhaps that should signal a certain level of competence within that age group, that there are people impressive enough and but also willing to participate in debates in the parliament. Now, I also believe, when I heard some of the discussions around it, that it was more a lot of the objection was surrounding the increasing of the number of senators, not necessarily just like, oh, we don't want an 18-year-old to be a senator, right? So I think the way the argument is being framed, you have to acknowledge that was part of the discussion as well. And to me, from what I heard from a lot of the persons, that seemed to be more of the issue, as opposed to, we didn't want Khalil, or we didn't think an 18-year-old was going to be able to do justice in that position. But what I would say is that he is obviously a very impressive young man. I'm sure that he will continue to contribute positively to the development of Barbados. And when the time comes, if he so chooses, he does have a future in nation building in that particular realm. And hopefully when he gets the opportunity, he does a good job. What I would like though is that if he is been identified by the government as a young man who is capable, impressive, and has a lot to offer, even at this young age, to the nation, that this isn't the only opportunity that he would have had to contribute. So continue to empower him and others like him to continue to contribute. There's multiple ways they could contribute to nation building. UN youth ambassadors, all these things. Like, we have young people here who are doing pretty much the same thing.
And give the young people a chance, man. Y'all old people always want to block something just because you feel like because they're young, they don't have the experience or they know all. Like, y'all were young too. Y'all didn't just start where y'all are. So why y'all don't like giving young people chances? That's always an issue for these older people. Oh, they're too young to know this or they're too young for that. Like, no. Well, y'all ain't gonna live forever.
Yeah, that's kind of my thing. My thing is that, this might not be possible at this particular time, but if you are really for youth empowerment,
they're not.
And
they're
for
lying.
but
some of them are.
But I'm talking specifically to the government who tried to give him this opportunity. Like I'm saying, there's other opportunities for him to continue to develop and continue to contribute, and put him in an even better position to perform when called upon and when given the opportunity in the future, if he so chooses to take up that mantle.
I hope this.
So,
I feel like he would. I don't think this will discourage him in that way. But I really just want y'all older heads to just give the young people a chance. Please. And stop gatekeeping the positions, because y'all can't hold on to them forever. Anyway, let's talk about one more thing that I found that was very interesting. So it says Florida, of course. Of course. Florida Burger King employee shoots customer who threw mayo at her. May not go about understand.
This year falls right in line with the thought I had this morning. But go ahead, continue.
You thought of shooting somebody because they told me at you?
Not necessarily.
ketchup?
Not necessarily. I had a thought about disrespect, but we could move the conversation
okay,
forward. But let's hear what happened in Florida.
So a Burger King spokesman called the incident unacceptable to you. A Burger King employee in Florida allegedly shot a customer after he threw mayonnaise at her face. Police and local reports said. Shatisha Hicks, 30, was arrested.
Why she had to have that name, Jade?
My name was, I can't help you.
Shatisha.
Shot, not shot. Listen.
Oh, man.
As if somebody asked me for your number, I could get him?
Yes.
Okay. It's Jamie.
That's fine.
Okay.
Jamie, big up yourself.
So, yeah, Shatisha Hicks was arrested Thursday and charged with discharging a firearm in public after the incident at the Miami Gardens fast food joint.
Oh, this happened in Miami Gardens?
It's sound pretty
This is why I just do that show in Lagos State. Yeah. Bring the food to me, please.
Under the Stephen?
Right, DoorDash people be wilding sometimes.
Yes, they're taking pictures of the food and then walking off with it. Yeah, stop playing with people. Anyway.
Uber Eats, big up yourself, see?
Stop playing with people food.
Hubba.
Police said Hicks opened fire on a man after an argument at the drive-thru window.
At the drive-thru again?
They're always doing it. A relative of Hicks told NBC6 that the customer said she shot had squirted or thrown mayonnaise in her face. Go for me. Go for me.
What happened, Jade? What happened?
I hear you, I was saying
what happened? Jade, continue with it.
You just disgust me.
Continue, Jade.
The customer drove off and parked in the Burger King lot, according to a witness. Hicks then allegedly went to her car, grabbed a gun, and squeezed off 5 shots at the person's vehicle.
5?
Hello?
No one, just
Where you park your car, do you have to wait on me for?
Empty the clip on them?
This is like self-defense. May I let you?
Wow.
They drove away. They're better. According to arrest report obtained by the outlet. She got into her car and fled the scene, but was arrested after cops spotted her vehicle about a mile from her home, report said. A gun was found on the floorboard of Hicks' car.
She didn't even dump the gun?
No, listen. And investigators recovered 5 bullet casings in the Burger King parking lot, according to reports. Hicks walked out of Miami-Dade County Jail on Friday evening after making her $1,000 bond. It's not, It's not clear if the customer who hasn't been tracked down by authorities was injured in the shooting. Hicks' aunts claimed her niece was defending herself. Well, I see it. She was protecting herself. I don't blame her. Everybody else might, but I don't.
You throw ketchup and mayonnaise at me, I try and let back.
Why you squirting things in my face? How I know it's ketchup and mayonnaise?
That's the question people has been asking. What is that you're squirting in my face? That's what people be asking all the time, Jade. People just don't know. What happened, Jade? People just don't know, Jade. You don't know. So I guess that was, that's what was the thing. This white thing just in the woman's face. What's she supposed to do?
But she shot them.
But
shot. Listen, y'all gonna stop playing with these fast food workers.
Fast food workers are really right now on a level. And the funny thing about it is,
they've been dealing with nonsense all through the pandemic. Before.
It was a Burger King employee that got shot the other day in New York. Yeah. Like, remember this guy walked into a Burger King in New York and he was supposed to rob the place, get the money,
Exactly.
He done walking out with all the money, turn around and shoot the lady.
Exactly. So this one said, you ain't gonna shoot. And the mere fact that this man packed after squirting something in her face, she ain't know if he coming a killer.
Yeah. You don't know.
Oh, I be hanging under that again.
No, but one of the problems is that persons need to understand that you can't just disrespect people with no consequence. And the thing is, you don't have a list. There's not a fast food menu for the consequence that you would like, You don't get to pick your consequence. So when you're playing with people, please understand, you don't get to pick your consequence. And right now, people on a level, the consequence them up right now. Imagine, you know what it is? You probably underestimated the people. And this was what I was thinking about last night, Jade. You've ever gotten into a fight, Jade?
Recently? Are you speaking
Just
about recently?
Ever. But from the laugh, I think the callers and the viewers would know the answer to that
I
question.
pretty think they know me by now.
Yeah.
They know.
What's the most? I was thinking this morning. What's the most disrespectful thing ever happened to you in a fight? Oh, okay, no, Jade.
That they trigger me the football.
Jade.
Mega like say that they trigger me the.
The pointed fingers to your forehead with the push off from the wrist. But yeah, that they're really disrespectful.
And the mere fact that I wasn't the reason that this fight happened. I was the person that was trying to quell the fight, stop it.
Okay, well, you learn your lesson. Because I mean, parting about the fight.
No, not me. No, I haven't learned. I've parted fights after that, but nobody tried to fight me.
No, you wrong, guy.
But that finger push forehead thing, oh my God.
All of a sudden now, you're in the fight now. You're in the fight now.
And it took me a good while to register, My sister see it happen and she was like, oh Lord. Because I was defending her, like I was trying to stop my sister and somebody else from fighting. And she said the push thing, like she somebody like skip from wherever they skip from and push me in my head. And I just put back my hand and let my bag slide. She ain't even say nothing. Because at this point, you're playing with my emotions.
Yeah. Disrespect in fighting is a serious thing. You could take a nice little squabble up several notches.
We wasn't even squabbling before the head push.
That's what I'm telling you.
We were speaking like adults.
But the funny thing about it was, you're there trying to part a fight and end up fighting. You're supposed to be on the non-violent tip. You're supposed to, guys, this is wrong. You're supposed to not let somebody bait you.
Don't do that.
You're supposed to let somebody.
Do that.
Nobody's supposed to bait you into the fight, Jade.
Well, it was more than that. Howdy, what?
Things happening, Jade.
Yeah, but
Things happening. That's all I got to know. But I think the most disrespectful thing for me was, I remember one time I didn't even get to fight the person. Because my father stopped me up real quick.
Jade does. No, I'm not. I'm actually very calm now. Like, I'm way calmer than I was in previous years. way calm. I don't even fight now.
Some of the stories I've heard, Axman, yes, she's calmed down a lot. But I remember when I was young, I was in primary school, and this fellow, Carl, big up yourself. We're good now. But
that's me funnier than what you have to see the people. Listen,
I have seen people who try.
Funnier than mine.
Jade, I've seen people who try to rob me, and they're hailing out to me. Hey.
No, you're funnier than mine. Then.
I've seen people try to rob me, like steal me jewelry, like on the road, and I see them now on the road, and they just hail out to me like we good. Like we good now.
What on
no,
the bridge?
we come good after that. I was like, Boss Billy and Julie, you just got to take it here, because I'm not giving you.
You ain't gonna just.
Bro, I have to walk the street daily. There's no way I could just give you my jewelry. You're gonna have to take it.
But mine funny because the person that I fought with is actually in my family now. Technically. The first time I went to a family reunion and I saw her, I was like, huh.
Where there?
Girl.
Oh, I know you.
It is you, girl.
So I were on the paddock one day, Jade, back by Newtown School, and for some strange reason, my boy Carlos decided he can just pick up some pebbles and just pelt them on my glasses. Like he just come to me and was just like, pop. I'm like, what are we doing? He just come over.
Yo, when people do these weird things.
Take up another pebble and it's like on the other lens of my glasses, like, pop.
Sir, do you know these are my eyes?
He just kept trying to do it. Like, and then when I couldn't take it no more, like, when I was about to fight, I put my hand and I put it down, like, I decided not to. My father was very disappointed in me. My father was like, don't ever do that. Don't ever put your hand and don't bring it down. People don't take you seriously. If you know you're not going to do anything, don't threaten nobody. To school, walk away. But if you're going to pop your hand, you better bring it down.
Listen.
Don't you better bring it down. You
better
understand?
believe
You
it.
better bring it down.
You better don't
But
buy
that I was
or
like,
don't
I remember I was just so angry. I was like, what is this man doing? But I mean, I can't really support his business now because I think he's like sauce and say the cook. But yeah, he's a good chef.
For me,
Oh, yeah,
I'm
we could
gonna
do.
say,
Yeah.
immunize your belly.
But yeah, but people disrespectful with these fights is ridiculous. People disrespectful with their fights, but oh, Jade is back.
Yeah, you know, like a level left.
I can never. Anyway.
But yeah, I could be a belly, as in just where I can eat. You know what my allergies are.
Yeah,
which
I know.
Fan few between.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
But I think that persons really just need to stop with the disrespect. I think that's really the moral of the story. Stop with the disrespect. If you don't want something to be done to you,
Don't do it to people.
don't do it to people.
Some simple concept, you know? Because you cannot then pick and choose what the reaction to your disrespect will be.
That is the problem.
And oftentimes it is worse than the disrespect. So stop
Oh,
disrespecting
it's
people.
definitely an escalation after that. Definitely an escalation. You don't get to just go disrespect somebody and then have a problem with how they respond to you. No, they're responding to you not in kind, you know.
Nope.
Not in kind. They're multiplying that. They're multiplying that and then showing it back at you.
Yeah, I like people that say when they, like, remember when Mrs. Obama said when they go low, we go high? A lot of us don't subscribe to that, you know.
No, bad.
A lot of us don't. So, me, I'm one of them lot of people.
When they go low, we just take it to the ground.
To hell. So leave me alone. Leave me alone, please.
Oh boy, Jade, it is what it is, boy. What I could do is suggest to people when you see Jade, please leave Jade. Please leave Jade. That would be my suggestion to the
Approach me
general
with
public.
kindness, because
Grace, love, and kindness.
I'm working on being a better person, but me ain't reach there yet. So approach me with kindness.
Work in progress.
Work in progress.
I love it.
Yes. Anyway.
Guys, we're gonna take a short break.
Yes.
We're gonna be right back with more Island Tea right here with Media SKN. We have an interview on the other side of the break, so stick and stay. Don't go nowhere.
Fruta, taste the real Fruta, enjoy the real Fruta, refreshing juice of every day. Whoa, Fruta, drink the real Fruta, your favorite real Fruta, the natural taste is Fruta. Fruta.
Your favorite fruit has got a new skin with real juice within. Drink the real Fruta. Enjoy the real joy.
Taste the real Fruta, enjoy the real Fruta, refreshing juice of every day is Fruta.
Fruta, juiced right.
Everything you want, everything you need, got the taste you love, anywhere that you may be, is the Caribbean flavor. Shirley biscuits make me happy.
Shirley got it all about the flavor. Shirley never let me down. When I lime it at the beach on the town, Shirley biscuits always feel like home.
Everything you want, everything you need, got the taste you love, anywhere that you may be, is the Caribbean flavor. Shirley biscuits make me happy.
Shirley, the Caribbean's favorite biscuit.
Rams is for you and me. Giving back to community. Rams is for you and me. Better for your family. Better service, better price, better value, better choice. Rewarding you for loyalty. Rams is for you and me.
Hey guys, welcome back to Island Tea with your faves, Kevin and Azim featuring Jade, Gwen Johnson, and we are about to jump into an interview with representative from the Ministry of Entertainment, aka Mo Ent.
Mo Ent.
We have in studio with us Keisha Isaac Adams, and Keisha, good morning.
Good morning, Azim and Jade, and everybody else out there.
It's a pleasure to have you in the studio with us. Even though you should have been here talking about you, but we could set up that there for next time.
I think I talk about me a whole heap.
Yeah, but that's not here.
Okay, a different time.
But right now, it's very important what you're here to talk about, because I have been seeing some flyers, I have been seeing some things on social media, things going around, speaking about what the Ministry of Entertainment is doing and what you guys have pending over the next few weeks. Tell us a bit about the Ministry of Entertainment and the Month of the Arts.
Okay, so as everybody knows, and I have been here on Voices, I think that was last week. So I think where the Win FM family is concerned, they have heard a bit. So this is more like, reinforcement. So the Ministry of Entrepreneurship, Entertainment, and Talent Development, we are the most recently formed ministry for the government of St. Kitts and Nevis, as everyone knows, and we are currently engaged in an awareness and engagement campaign, basically with our communities through various means of creativity and the arts, promoting the creative sector. Where the building blocks are concerned, where the sector is concerned for development, there are certain things that must be in place. And I think one of the things that is first and foremost, before we get into all of the building, is the foundation. And a part of the foundation is awareness and engagement. So that is what we are doing this month, which has been dubbed the Month of the Arts. It should have been the whole of March, but because of circumstances beyond our control, we ended up starting a bit late. So it's going to be basically March into April, but we'll still get our full month.
For sure, of course. Anything less would be uncivilized.
Of course. So some of the things that are well on its way are things like the school visits. So that's part of our community creativity campaign, where we have partnered with several artists, creatives in the sector in St. Kitts and in Nevis, and we have been visiting various schools, and the creatives have been presenting and engaging with the students on what it means to be creative, what they think creativity is, what their ideas are for creativity and being a creative now and for future. And I can tell you that, a lot of the children have a lot of potential to make it like really big and stuff in the creative sector for years to come. So I can say that the future looks like it's solid as long as we, the ones who are here now, continue to build into and feed into those who are coming behind us. We have to set it up now so that they have something ready for them when they come of age. We can't say, okay, we're going to wait until they come to do it. No, we set it up now. And then when they come, it's already there, so they hit the ground running and go. I want to actually give a special shout out to the Cotton Thomas Comprehensive School, which was actually our first school to visit. And we visited there with Ruckus. And it was a treat. The children actually made up a song with Ruckus and performed it and stuff. And we had a little jam session in the class and stuff. And it was really, really good. And today I'm wearing my blue shirt and my blue earrings to stand with them for World Down Syndrome Day. So, yes, as part of awareness. I promised a friend of mine that I will participate in it. So I'm saying it publicly for those of you who still have to get dressed, put on something blue, put on something yellow, or put on your high pretty socks today and join in standing in solidarity with our children and our citizens who have Down syndrome, because I find that they are a bunch of the most pleasant people that I have ever come across in life. They're always happy and, always willing to share a hug. Well, even if you don't want it, they're going to hold you up. And they always bring a smile to my face. So the school visits have continued. We have Estridge this morning and Sandy Point Primary. And in Nevis, I think Vinell and Judine have gone to Nevis Academy.
Okay.
I think. So it's on both sides.
And so the school visits, some of the persons in the creative fields kind of come from what disciplines?
As many as we could get to volunteer. So this morning, Desika Hendrickson, which is one of our technicians at the ICT Center, she's a crafter. So she's visiting Sandy Point Primary, and it sounds kind of unconventional for a crafter to go to the school. So it's like, what could they do to be engaging? But I think, if memory serves me right, that she walked with some materials so that she can make simple pinwheels with them. Cool. So it's quick and easy, straw and paper and, a little thumbtack and quick and easy, and they have something to play with, for the rest of the day. And then Xavier, he actually doubled up for us. He went to Dean Glassford, and he's at Estridge this morning. He's music, and then we have music again in Nevis with Vinell and Judine. But we've had musicians. We've had what's his name from ZIZ, Bevin. Bevin did Seventh Adventist, and he did his presentation on broadcasting and graphics and all of those. So that was good. And the children got to go into the Ziz van and touch up all the equipment and ask all kind of questions. Garth Archibald for Create One Media, he went to Irishtown Primary, and the children got to use the cameras and all of those things. Genevieve Hanley Philippe, she's all her own performing arts, so she went to her old alma mater, which is ICCS, and she did a wonderful presentation. Robertine Webb, she went to Morris Helio for dance. So it's as many persons as we could get to volunteer, because I know, like, right now, one of the things is that, some persons are like, is there paying it and stuff? And I would really love to pay everybody. I really would love to pay everybody, but I know that that's not really possible right now. So we were like really, well, I personally was really, trying to get persons to understand that we, the established ones, and the adults, should be, willing to go and talk to our children so that they don't lose hope.
There's a responsibility there.
Exactly. There is a civic responsibility so that they don't lose hope, because it's very easy to get lost in academia. It's very, very easy to get lost in academia when you're a creative, because at some point in time as a child you feel like it's wrong, because it's not necessarily encouraged.
It's discouraged, actually.
To a large extent, because when you want to go over here and dance and stuff, and then you're being told you can't go dance class today because you have to go to 101 extra classes. And I know Miss Julie Martin always, every year, God sent, she makes a post on Facebook on all of the ways in which dance is beneficial and why it should not be taken away from the children, especially around exam time, because it actually helps them to focus. And it helps them to relax and release the stress because they have an outlet. But then when you stop them from going to all of their creative classes, then everything just gets bottled up and there's nowhere to send the stress, and they end up acting out. So yeah, there's no balance.
And not only that, I don't feel like all kids would be interested in the same things.
No.
So you have kids that would gravitate to dance and the arts, and then you have kids that gravitate to the books. So I feel like you shouldn't take that away from them just because you feel like they should be doing something else.
That's true. And the thing is, you know, even persons who are strong academically, being a part of some form of arts actually helps to strengthen that music, especially music. I always wanted to be a therapist, but I don't want to be a conventional therapist. I said if I did get into psychology, get into therapy, I would do some form of art therapy. So for me, it would be drama therapy because theater is my field. But I find, like when I was in school, we did what you would call psychology classes without them being psychology classes. So sometimes you would have the music and you would have your paint and everything, and they would tell you, draw what you hear. Right. Draw what the music makes you feel. And pick the colors according to the music. And sometimes I do it with like my classes and stuff, when I was a teacher. And even sometimes I have my camps and I would do it. And, you know, sometimes the children are going through stuff and it ends up translating on the paper. And you can look at it and you go, whoa, you know, you have to have a conversation because they're hearing something and it's triggering them and it comes out in the artwork. So I think that's something that could be explored as a viable option for therapy here in St. Kitts. I don't know if I'll do it, but somebody could. So I put it out there.
Why not? I mean, to be honest, I've done some science of music therapy and sound therapy and stuff like that, and it was very, very positive and really
it helps.
a lot,
there you go.
It really does help. Okay, so this afternoon, so today is actually World Poetry Day.
What?
Yes. So one of the things for this month that needs to be highlighted is that because the creative sector has so many different areas and we could not possibly focus on all of them at once, we decided to focus on two areas that don't necessarily get as much of the limelight as, say, music and dance. And so this month we're focusing mostly on literary and visual arts. Right. So today is World Poetry Day, and this afternoon we will be at Independence Square, the west side of Independence Square, for what is being called a spoken word extravaganza. And we will have local poets, storytellers. We'll have some of our dancers performing spoken word. We'll have our drummers. You know, a lot of the oral traditions we're going to have on display. A bit of singing and all of those things. So anything with words is going to be on display this afternoon. Gian is supposed to be performing, Crichton Pension, Tatum, Miss Heather Archibald, you know, some of the, the forerunners for our local poetry scene, and then some of our young and upcoming ones, because I was promised an original by a Bastia High student by the name of Kayla Butler. So I am looking forward to that this afternoon. Because yes, it's going to be from 5 p.m. at the square. You know, a little after work, after school, little lime. You know, you come and we just participate and partake. And there are going to be one or two moments and chances for open mic.
Okay.
So
if you have your poems,
yes,
you could. Okay.
Yeah, man. So you can find it, Jade.
Not that one.
That one.
No.
Yes, no erotica. We will have school children present. No, Jade, we'll have an event specifically for that.
Wait, why you keep saying Jade?
You gotta write a fresh poem, Jade.
I just realized you keep saying Jade, not erotica. Jade.
Just write a fresh one. That's all I tell you.
So that's going to be this afternoon. Let's see, where are we on the calendar? Oh, we should have started our mural project, but I know we can all attest that the weather has been very schizophrenic. And that coupled with a few other hindrances, we haven't been able to start as yet. But hopefully, by the grace of God, we get to start this Saturday and get that on its way so that our artists in waiting, Lisco, Bass, Pierre, Liebert, Darren Moses, and Vaughn Anslin can get out there and do their good stuff, and we'll have some of our
some awesome artists.
yes, and some of our secondary students are going to be joining them. So we have present and future working together to create something. Yes. Let's see. Oh, we have some competitions that have been launched. So if you are a dabbler of writing, I encourage you to give it your best and try for our story writing competition or our poetry writing competition. And also, along with those two competitions, we have 2 cover art competitions. So that's visual arts. So in all, there are 4 competitions out. And the cover art competitions are going to be, the winners for those 2 competitions will be the covers of the story book that we plan to compile and the poetry book we plan to compile with the best of the entrances.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. And is there an age limit on the entrance?
7 and up.
7 and up, no upper limit?
It doesn't make sense to put on one because there was one and we kind of got cursed out. So you live and you do better.
Oh yes.
You know, you own up to your mistakes and you do better.
Right.
We really don't want to make anybody feel.
Don't want to limit it.
No, we don't want to make anybody feel left out or anything like that. No. Nobody has to abuse. You know, just give your suggestions and your comments. And you know, I normally take these things with a smile. Just don't abuse me.
Please,
and we
God.
good. Don't abuse me. I am open to critique. I am open to critique and I am open to suggestions. Always, I'm always open to suggestions. And if it is something that I can change, if it's something that, you know, I mean, changing an age limit, that's easy.
Very simple.
You know, that's easy. So whether you are 7 or you are 99 and you still have the strength and the imagination is still powered up, then get out whether you want to do pens or pencils or your computers, and send me your scripts. And some of our local judges are standing by. I won't tell you who those persons are because we don't want you to bribe them.
Eat a little bribe, yeah.
No.
But for people listening and watching, tell them where they could send all this information to.
Okay, so there is actually information on our Facebook page about the competitions. You have all the rules and the addresses and everything. So I don't want to actually say it now and then, you know, I get something wrong.
Get to the Facebook page.
Once you go on the Facebook page, it's on Facebook, on Instagram, at Mointescan, or you can actually look for the Ministry of Entrepreneurship, Entertainment, and Talent Development St. Kitts, and you will find it. I looked it up the other day just to make sure. So you will find it there, and all the information is there about all of the competitions.
All right, awesome.
And if you're lost, you can just call. You can just call the office. You can call through the government switchboard and ask for Keisha Adams, or just ask for the Ministry of Entertainment, and chances are you'll end up talking to me or Miss Stanley.
All right, awesome.
Sounds great. I'm looking forward to hearing Azim's work.
Hey.
Yeah, me too. 'Cause I'm waiting on him still.
You set me up for that one, Agent.
No, but it's true because going forward, you know, we are open for suggestions from current creatives who would like to see certain programs and projects come off the ground. And the only way for us to know what it is that the creatives need in terms of training and in terms of branding or anything like that, is there a need? Well, we wouldn't know exactly what it is unless you come and actually talk to us. You know, you can say all that you want on the street. You can make all the comments that you want on Facebook and social media, and you can say all what you want on the radio. However, if you don't actually come with, like, say, a structured idea, then it will go nowhere. And then the other thing is that you can't come and be all impatient about it because it's new. And new things take time. You know, when you plant a seed, it takes time to grow.
does.
It really does. Even that first little shoot to come out, you know, you're going to watch the soil every day. Well, this thing ain't growing. You're going to water it. You're going to, this thing ain't growing. But you have to be patient. You know, say, a watch pot never boil. But you have to be patient with the ministry. I know it's hard. It's really hard, especially in this COVID climate that we've been in for the longest while. And right now, it looks like we're going into World War III. God.
Not me, no. Man, nobody will.
I hope not. I hope they're able to sort out this stuff, you know. But the world climate is not the best right now. But we are over here in our little corner, and we have to be patient with each other and actually forthcoming. So if you're going to come with your suggestions, and then just have a little faith that, you know, it will be developed, because everything can't be done in 1 year. So we might do a little music this year, a little fashion this year, a little visual arts in terms of workshops and programs and stuff. You know, one of the things I really would like to see get off the ground is a mentorship program that we have, well, I have listed as one of the things to be fulfilled. I would like to attach some of our young creatives with some of our established creatives. Let them, you know, go in the studio, see what you do, teach them how to use a soundboard, teach them how to use a lighting board, teach them, you know, the psychology of the arts. And so that they can grow and develop, even if at the end of the day they choose to become a doctor.
Right.
The option is still there.
Exactly.
Right. And not only that, you know, the things that you learn in these fields are really transferable.
Yes.
And sometimes it might not be like just plain and evident, but I could take it from me. All these things come back and play a role in whatever you do choose to do.
It's not truly. You speak the truth. You really speak the truth. Let me see. Did I miss anything on the 27th? I want to make sure I got the date right. May I want to tell a lie? That wouldn't be good. See? I don't. No, I wasn't lying.
No, I was right there.
The 27th. The 27th is World Theatre Day. And the Ministry of Health and Gender Affairs. So we were allowed to put this on our calendar as well, since it's World Theatre Day. And it is going to be a creative event, but it will be put on by the Nevis Island Administration, Ministry of Health and Gender Affairs. So we will go over to Nevis, and if anybody wants a day out, you know, hop over to Nevis at the newly opened park for Music and a Message, which was written by local creatives and will be performed by local creatives. Awesome. So that sounds like a good day out, you know?
That's on Sunday coming.
Yes, yes.
Sunday coming.
And then on the 28th, we are scheduled to have a round table discussion on the creative sector, past, present, and future.
All right. Awesome.
Love it.
Well, there's a lot of stuff happening. Guys, I could tell you probably the best way for you to keep up with all that the ministry is doing is to head over to the Facebook page.
Yep.
And there you'll see all the information with all that is happening, all that's going on. Keisha, just before we leave, because time is fast spent, is there any last words before we go?
A lady from the Labour spokesman, she asked me, what is creativity? And I said to her, I will tell you this, how I normally describe myself when people ask. I am simple in my complexities and complex in my simplicities. And that is what it means to be a creative. So I just wish everybody a good day. Keep on being a creative in any which way that you can, and let us all build St. Kitts and Nevis to a better future creatively.
All right, but thank you so much, Keisha. I appreciate you coming in and
It's
having
my
us
pleasure.
this morning, letting us know what's happening at the ministry. And guys, again, participate, be a part of it. This afternoon, guys, head out to the square, 5
Yes.
o'clock. Poetry on display, right here in Bastille. All right, but Jade,
Time to go.
time to leave. We got to disembark.
Yes,
It
people.
has been rich, actually. I had a good start to my week, right here.
What?
I am now actually very thankful that you have not fought me, seeing as you are a fighter. I'm just glad to make it through.
reformed.
Oh, reformed.
Reformed.
Yes, reformed fighter.
That is not my life anymore. If you hit me, I will go to the police.
The police.
And a lawyer. Because you know what hits harder than licks?
You feel it in your pocket?
Oh, you better believe
Wow.
it.
But guys, that's it for the show today. We really appreciate you taking the time out to come and hang out with us. Whether you joined us on Facebook, YouTube, Win Media SKN's website, or you've been listening to us on your radio all this time, big up yourself. Jade, you had some people to big up, ain't it?
Yes, big up all the people who supposed to be in the office at 8 o'clock, but down in the parking lot listening to Island Tea.
You
Take
can-
it with you. We are on the go.
Yeah, man.
We are on the go.
And
Grab
we
the
about
phone.
AirPods now?
Huh?
Wireless earbuds.
Yeah.
Your boss don't even have to know what you're doing.
Literally, take what's inside the office. Pull us up on YouTube and Facebook and Twitch and Twitter, whichever you prefer.
Yeah.
We're also on our website, the Win Media SKN website. So there's many options. You don't have to sit in your car and become late for work.
Yeah, we don't want you going to work late. Do we? No, we don't want that. Because you would need money to continue listening to us. Get your data, be able to put gas in your car, all of that.
Exactly.
Yeah. But guys, thank you so much. We are going to leave. We're going to go. But remember, spend more time living your content than posting it. And you can't be everybody's cup of tea because you is not a mug. We're going to be right back here again tomorrow. See you then.
The Nevis Island Administration Ministry of Health and Gender Affairs presents an action-packed 3-in-1 event, Music and a Message. On Sunday, 27th March at Malcolm Guichard Recreational Park from 4 p.m. Experience a panel discussion dubbed Talking Excellence, theater production, and balloon release, featuring a star-studded lineup including performances by Deli Ranks,
This one I call Biff. And Whiff.
De Jour,
Them know I am the Alpha and Omega.
Vinal Power,